So guys, today is going to be a little bit different than my last vlog. Andy. I'm going to be asking these business partners, these guys here, some questions for about tomorrow and the past couple of weeks. You guys ready?
Shoot.
Let's start. How do we feel about it? How do you guys feel?
Great, real great.
No, just like a little anxious because it goes with anything, you know. It's like, you ever get that feeling like the day before like a big performance or like, you know, any big event in your life and you just like you can't sleep and kind of get nervous?
You guys have any questions?
Oh wow, you ran out of questions.
I did. I didn't have more time to think about it.
You know this guy?
Oh no. Okay, I got another one.
Under preparation.
Hold on. So yesterday, someone asked us a really good question. He asked us what was the most challenging experience that we've had with opening a business in general. What is the most challenging experience? And
Where you guys want to start?
you start.
I would say probably.
I'll trade you.
I'd say probably finding a space.
I agree.
Yeah.
So I think like the hardest part where people
Did you freeze?
So I think the hardest part is actually finding the space because like many people don't know what escape rooms are, and especially like realtors or landlords, when you try to approach them with the idea that you have to lock people up for 60 minutes in a room, doesn't really play well. So it was really hard to find the right landlord or the right realtor for us to pretty much settle in and create an escape room here in their location.
I mean, I think it's less about the fact that we're locking people in, and it's just the space that we need. It's harder to find because a lot of the areas that are in our price range, it's in business parks, and these business parks want to fill up their spaces with like a dentist office or something more professional like an accountant business or something. They'd rather not have like an entertainment venue in their business park. And so finding places where, and even just having agents replying back to you, it's hard, and it's really interesting because like, I mean, you expect these people to like want to like lease out their place, but they're not even replying back. So.
And it was pretty funny because I think this was like maybe how many locations did we look into? Over 10, right?
Somewhere like close in like the 20s.
Wow. Yeah, 20s.
Like 20 something locations, lower 30s, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But I mean, what would you guys say is the most difficult experience?
What is your most difficult experience?
Why'd you ask me like that? I think the most difficult experience in general is, well, if we're talking about business, then of course like finding a location, like Andy said. But in terms of working with people, because there are 3 of us, I think the most difficult is just to really get to know everyone's personality and who they really are, just so that when you're in a business together, you do want to have that fine line between being business professional and then putting personal things aside, right? So in the beginning, especially with me, I suppose, a little bit more emotional. And so I think for me, the most difficult challenge was just to like really be open to like communication, because that is like the most important thing in business, is that you're supposed to have really great communication with each other in order to succeed together. So I think that was like one of the biggest challenges I had. Other than that, I think that we are still growing as a team. Yeah. What about you?
I'll probably have to agree. It's the emotional side of things, working with other people, being able to control your emotions, just Also being consistent, right? What else would I say? That's all I could think of.
All right, I got a question for you guys. What was the funniest moment you've had since having this space? Since opening, or yeah.
The most funniest moments? Aww.
How close was that?
That was pretty close. Okay, so yeah. Continuing on. What was the question?
Yeah, you got a
Oh,
question?
funniest.
Yeah. What was your funniest moment?
I did not remember it.
Yeah, get into frame. Do not use it as a damn pillow or blanket.
So,
Looks like you're wearing a dress.
on a more serious note, what advice would we give to young people that want to start out a business? I literally just thought of that, by the way. So,
That's nice.
yeah. Any advice?
I'd say believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself.
Just finding things that you like and then building on it, right? Don't expect things to come tomorrow. Like everything takes time, and if you go into something that you don't like, you're gonna quit on it sooner or later, right? You have to find something where even if you don't see success right away, you're still willing to push for it, right? Yeah, that's what it. Wait, you said of what advice for people that want to start a business?
Yeah.
I will say it's not easy though.
It's hard.
But if it's something that you love to do, then you'll continue to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And for me personally, I think I'm more than grateful that I have like a team. You know, that the people that are, obviously it's just 3 of us, for Escape Room at least. I don't know, it's, personally I don't think I would have, gone out of my way to actually do this on my own. I mean, I'm a pretty confident person, but I feel like there's certain days where, sometimes I don't want to come to the office, or days where I feel like under the weather, and then I come here and it's like, oh, well, I'm feeling down, but when I do come here, then it's like, oh, okay, they kind of lift me up.
Aww.
Don't even. But yeah, so I mean, a great team really, really does help out a lot, and like I said, I'm grateful for that. In terms of what Hilton said, and I know this sounds really cliche, but yeah, just go for what you really do believe in and don't stop. Even if it's just a small idea in the beginning, if you stick to it and just take it one step at a time, you will eventually get there. And people will support you no matter what. And you never know. They actually might invest in you and want to hear you out and get you started in whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna go into what you just said. It's about finding the people that are willing to stick with you, even if you succeed or fail, right? Because there are gonna be people that aren't gonna be there for you whenever you're failing, right? So that's why it's so important to believe in yourself and just keep on pushing for it, right? And you should take into account like everybody's advice, good or bad, and for any negative feedback, just take it as a grain of salt, right? Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you're still improving, right? Nobody's perfect, so you just gotta learn from it. If you're making mistakes, right?
Yeah.
Which you're bound to, especially if you're doing business.
It was so funny because, and this is all from what he said too, was that in the beginning, You got something else to say?
What? No.
Oh. In the beginning, when we had the idea of opening an escape room, I remember we were just like sitting there, or it was us Skyping each other, or you know, talking, and we said, okay, you know, are we serious? Are we really gonna do this? And then I remember we joked around. We said, you know, even if we fail together. You know, like, you know, we're gonna be scrubbing toilets together if we fail. Yeah, it was actually Annie's words. And so, I mean, it was a joke, but we were all on board with it. You know, if we fail together. If we succeed, then we succeed together. So, team and the people that you bring into your team is very important. And, yeah, I'm sorry.
Man, I made a whole video on this.
Did you watch it?
What's wrong with y'all? None of y'all watch my damn videos. Shake my head.
Hey, what you mean? You made me sit there and watch the whole thing before you even released it.
I didn't make you.
Well, I did.
And then, oh, hold up, right? So I give him this. He watched my video, but this girl over here, right? What other girl is sitting in here? Right? She's like, I asked her, have you seen the video yet? I was like, yeah, it's the same as the other one, just, you know, switch some things up. Like, yeah, the whole video's the difference. So, get out of here.
Oh, was it? So to put into perspective, was it?
Yo, guys, I can't scoot up, man.
I think it was about it's been a year and a half, right? Since we started MoonRising?
A year.
A year.
Well, a year and a half total, but a year for me and Johnny.
Yeah. So it's been about a year and a half since we started MoonRising, which was the production company that started it all, pretty much. So the whole idea behind that was just gaining experience and then building something together and then learning on the way, right? And then we saw a great opportunity in escape rooms. And so the reason why I got into film, and I think them as well, was that we wanted to be able to tell stories, right? And escape rooms, like, it was such a great opportunity because it's like we're telling stories and allowing people to actually experiencing it rather than just through the screen. And then it was on, hold on a second, 7/8, so that's July 8th, right?
Yeah.
July the 8th was the first conversation that was brought up. It was 11:30 p.m. and then I messaged.
Get real specific, homie.
Yeah, I pulled it up actually earlier. I messaged Andy. I was like, dude, we should put hours into thinking of escape rooms now. And then Andy was like, what? ? And I was like, we should put an hour every 2 days or something to just meet and talk about escape rooms. And then at that time, like literally 10 minutes later, I was like, let's Skype. Let's take it seriously. Let's actually talk about it. I think about like an hour or two later, Hilda came home from work, and then I was like, sit down with us. We have something to bring up. Like, we should take this thing seriously. And then it was November 1st or end of October, we got our space. So that's 3 months later, we got an actual space. So it took us 3 months to plan everything out, register as an actual business, and then actually having the office. And then now it's January 11th, and tomorrow we're opening. So in all, it's been about 6 months, and from getting the space, it's been about 3.
Yeah.
Right.
About 3 months.
To put this into perspective, we literally started this business on a dare, pretty much.
I wouldn't say a dare.
It was
with
funny.
good intentions.
Yes, with good intentions. It was funny because, I mean, it wasn't like a back and forth kind of thing. It was just kind of like, yo, you know, we should start opening an escape room. And then we communicated with each other. We researched on it. And then everybody was on board. And then right then and right there, we all decided, okay, we're going to do an escape room. That's it. And then we just started, like, researching more into it.
You were still working at Cali, right?
I was.
Oh, wait, maybe you should beat that out.
Probably. I will. But yeah, no, you know, we all have our stories. Maybe that can be reserved for another day. Andy, you know, he just got out of Bodyworks therapist, a certificate in Bodyworks, I think. I just graduated with a psychology degree at UNCC this past summer. And then Hilton.
I dropped out of college.
We have.
That's not a joke.
You want to explain?
So
The dropout, the transfer, the graduate.
yeah, seriously. Yeah. I mean, he didn't really drop out. He was just kind of like, okay, school isn't for me at this time.
That's dropping out.
I'm going to.
That is the literal definition
I
of
was trying to
dropping
sugarcoat
out.
it, okay? But
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. Like, nothing's wrong with being a dropout if, like, you know what you're gonna do
I agree.
when you're leaving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because people say that like school is the way, but there's other paths, right? And what is it?
well, see, that's the thing though. If you don't think school is a way, but you have like kind of like a backup plan, kind of like, oh, I'm really passionate about doing this or whatever it is you want to do, then I think it's fine for you to pursue that instead of going to school.
I mean, not even a backup plan. If you know yourself what you want to do, then
Yeah.
you should go for it, right? I know, like, for me, for example, like, there's a lot of pressure to go to college, especially as a child of immigrants, right? Because everyone assumes that college is the path to success, right? And you have to understand from the perspective of parents that, like, I'm saying like 50 times, but that's what they've been told, right? They don't have things like the internet and all the resources to find out that there are other ways to success. There's entrepreneurship, like you can actually do things on your own, like especially in this time period, like it's so much easier to build a brand for yourself, to start a business, things like that, right? And yeah, you have to believe in yourself, and no matter what like pressures come upon you, you just gotta do what you think is right. And I'd say in the beginning, going down the path, like a lot of people were against it, but now that they see like there's something physical there, like our location, like everyone's very supportive, right? And I understand that from their point of view, right? Because it's just they just want the best for you at the end of the day. So yeah, does that make sense? Yeah.
Time to wrap it up.
Yeah, for sure. Follow your dreams, guys. Until next time.
Alright guys, thank you so much. You guys don't know how to end a vlog, do you? Guys,
I was actually thinking of more stuff to say, but then I was like, this is going to be a really long vlog.
this is like
So
a 15-minute vlog.
I'll just talk about it next time. A little bit more backstory, well, for me, I guess, on my blog next time. So, yeah.
She copied me. I literally
Definitely
like
not.
did interview style, like.
Well, not
last-
the three of us. With 3 people. All 3
Yeah,
of us.
Alright
I
guys,
was the
until
one
next time, be
recording.
sure to check out our vlogs. If you want some more cool videos, be sure to look at our channel down below. If you like this video, click like, subscribe to it. And for the last video, go ahead and click on Hilton's face right there.
Okay.
Bye.
Alright, bye. Also, come to our escape room if you're in Charlotte. It's called the Box Escape Experience. The Box Experience. Okay, bye. Not vlog on together. But like the first video that has all of us in it.
Where's Kevin?
Oh no, that's funny. Except for Kevin. So,
Yo, stop. Should we do this somewhere else?
No.
That's what I'm about.
answer the question. What's your exciting... Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Really? In the
Yeah.
past 2 weeks, your most exciting experience was getting a boomerang.
I've always wanted one, and now I have one.
Such a troll.
He didn't
How's
always
that
want
troll?
one until he got it, okay?
Okay.
Are
Next
you
question.
serious? I saw one at the thrift store,
Anyways.
and I wanted it.
Oh, there's
I
one
just
at
didn't have the
store.
money for it. Cough boomerang.
Oh, shoot.
Wow, you definitely stepped on me.
My bad. Oh, yes. I get the arrow. Or the bow and arrow.
Alright
So,
guys.
yeah, there would be certain times where we would, mess around and...
Well, I use this as B-roll, like everybody just like cocked their butt. You did not know how to use that for a second, did you?
Okay.
Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3.